Hello bros, Akira here. Dolls are supposed to be cute, harmless toys, but some of them end up being the exact opposite.
From toys that creepily say things they were never programmed to.
Two dolls that seem to take on a life of their own today. We're diving into some of the creepiest dolls ever. And trust me, after this, you might never look at toys the same way again. Make sure to like and sub if you like Roblox. Let's start with something a lot of us probably remember. Elmo. Back in 2008, a toy was released called Elmo Knows Your Name. Pretty innocent idea. Was supposed to repeat your child's name in Elmo's voice, like a personalized buddy. Sounds fun, right? Well, not for one family in Florida. A mother bought the doll for her 2-year-old son James. At first, it worked fine, but after she swapped out the batteries, Elmo suddenly started saying something it was never supposed to.
Disturbing toys were banned for kids. Part 1.
Elmo Knows Your Name.
Elmo Knows Your Name, or Elmo for short, was a talking doll or toy released back in 2008. What I mean is, it can only says one word, which is your name. The point of the toy was for it to repeat your name in Elmo's voice. However, something shocking happened. In 2008, a mother in Florida bought the Elmo Knows Your Name toy for her 2-year-old son named James. She said, James to Elmo, as that was the point of the toy. However, the mother had changed the battery in the doll, and for some reason, Elmo's response was totally inappropriate. Here's a clip.
Put new ones in.
Kill James?
What was that?
Kill James?
It was showing Elmo saying kill James. So the toy got banned.
Instead of happily repeating his name, the toy glitched and started chanting, "Kill James." Imagine being a parent and hearing that come out of your kid's toy. The story blew up back then, and the doll quickly gained a disturbing reputation. Needless to say, a lot of parents weren't buying Elmo after that. This story really spooked me, since I loved Elmo as a kid. Comments spooked, if you also feel this way, and to confuse people in the comments. Now this next one isn't a glitch, it's way scarier. It's the story of Okiku, one of Japan's most famous haunted dolls. In 1918, a 17-year-old boy bought a doll as a gift for his little sister. Sadly, the young girl passed away from illness only a year later, and the doll was placed by her grave as a way to remember her. But that's when strange things began happening.
What if I told you there's a doll in Japan that grows real human hair and scientists still can't explain why? This is Okiku. According to Japanese folklore, in 1918, a young boy bought a doll from a local market for his 2-year-old sister Okiku. The doll stood about 40 centimeters high, dressed in a traditional kimono with big, beady black eyes and short black hair. Okiku instantly fell in love with it. She treasured the doll so much she even named it after herself. She took the doll everywhere. She even talked to it like it was her little sister, and she slept with it every single night. But the following year, tragedy struck. At just 3 years old, Okiku got sick and passed away from yellow fever. Heartbroken, her family placed the doll on their home altar and prayed to it every single day in memory of Okiku. Then strange things began to happen. They started hearing whispers, banging on the walls, the lights flickering, and objects moving on their own. But the creepiest part is the doll's hair began to grow. At first, the family thought they were imagining things because her hair, was this length, and now it was all the way down to her waist. Soon, they brought in a shaman who confirmed what they feared. The spirit of Okiku was trapped inside the doll. In 1938, the family moved away and entrusted the doll to the Meninji Temple in Hokkaido, Japan, where it remains to this day and cared for by temple priests. Her hair still grows and the priests regularly trim it to keep her content. They even sent samples of her hair to scientists and it came back positive for real human hair. But how it continues to grow still remains a chilling mystery. If you ever visit Okiku, do not laugh at her and do not mock her, because people who did claim to have suffered strange misfortunes soon after.
The doll's hair reportedly began to grow back, even after being cut. People who visited also claimed its expression would change, was seen smiling, its eyes widening, and even moving on its own. The legend of Okiku spread across Japan, and today, the doll is still kept in a temple where monks say its hair continues to grow. Whether you believe it or not, it's one of the creepiest real-life doll stories ever told. This next clip comes from a man named Edgar, who says his old mirror toy started answering questions on its own. At first it sounds innocent, but then it takes a dark turn. Watch this.
This is why you should stay away from strange toys. A man named Edgar explains that a neighbor recently gave them this odd-looking toy mirror that's able to speak and answer questions. Initially, everything seemed fine, until one day, the mirror began asking his younger sister personal questions, like what's the secret she hasn't told anyone, and other questionable responses.
Hola, bienvenido al castillo de los favorito? Si papá pregunta, mi favorito es mi papi. Si mamá pregunta, yo responderé que la que más me gusta es mi mami. Y si tú me preguntas, te diré que el que más me gusta eres tú. Soy una niña muy inteligente. Bye bye. Adiós.
Creeped out, the family stripped the batteries off of the mirror, but kept hearing noises from it, so they kept it locked in a barn behind their house. Now, after many comments begging Edgar to showcase the mirror, he captures this.
Para los que me estuvieron pidiendo que buscara el espejo y le pusiera baterías, aquí está. Solo pude encontrar estas piezas y pues sí, le puse unas baterías que tenía aquí en la casa. Como ven, son nuevas. La neta no creo que prenda, pero bueno, a ver, vamos a calarle. Puta, sí tengo miedo.
Hola, bienvenido al castillo de los sueños del espejo mágico.
Hola.
Hola, encantado de conocerte.
Gracias, a mí igual. Me da gusto.
Eres muy divertido. ¿Tienes una fiesta?
No, no tengo fiesta. ¿Tú tienes?
No sé. Cuando me levanté, te vi a ti.
¡Ay, vas y chingas a tu madre!
Sounds harmless, even cute. And Edgar laughs nervously as he puts fresh batteries in. It keeps talking, saying things in childlike phrases, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, the tone flips. The toy responds with a harsh, hateful insult. Something so out of place that it froze Edgar on the spot. There are a few possible explanations: a corrupt audio file, a prank, or someone messing with the live feed. But toys and devices that respond to voice or text can sometimes pick up and repeat things they weren't meant to. In this case, though, the timing and the tone felt deliberate to Edgar. That's what really freaked him out. What would you do if a toy suddenly started insulting you on a live feed? Tell me in the comments. And if you want more creepy tech, haunted toy stories, and that's just one example of how something that looks like a harmless toy can take a disturbing turn. Honestly, stories like this make me think twice about the stuff we bring into our homes, especially when it talks back. Either way, I want to hear what you think. Have you ever had a toy, a doll, or even some random piece of tech act weird around you? Drop your experience down below in the comments. I read through all of them, and I really want to see what you guys have been through. And if you enjoyed this story and want to see more of the most unsettling dolls, haunted objects, and disturbing incidents caught online, make sure to hit that like button. It helps way more than you think. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I've got some insane stories coming up that you're not going to want to miss. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.